All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great NFL Sunday. Raven Nation, I know y'all having a great one after this close one, but that was a close one. There was definitely if you're a Raven fan, there's something to be proud of here because you had the opportunity to fold. You had the opportunity to be like, this ain't our day, man. Let's just go and get up out of here. But there's something about continuing to fight, continuing to push. And that's what you're seeing today. Now, Lamar Jackson accounted for what? I want to make sure I get don't want to disrespect his number. Almost 400 yards, 386 to be exact. 27 of 41. 266 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have the 2 interceptions. The one to tip up, it happens. Lamar Jackson also led in carries with 21 carries, 120 yards, 5.7 yards a carry. When you think about that, it's like as long as you got that guy there, you got a chance, man. And I know Raven fans look disappointed about that loss last week, and rightfully so. But you want to know how the team would respond because after a loss, 2 weeks ago, after a loss, you kind of figure out who you are. Are you really that team, or here we go? And I just love the fight back. Now for some odd reason. I don't know why, but I really root for Devontae Freeman. Okay, I know why. He's from Florida State. I'm a Florida State guy. I'm from Florida. So I like the fact that he had 13 carries for 79 yards, and 6 yards a carry today. He played well. They're doing it by committee. They had 247 yards rushing. So, but you got to give Minnesota props. But they just kept fighting back. Kirk Cousins was 17 of 28, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, so that's good. Rushing, Dalvin Cook did his thing. Receiving, no one really jumped out. It was just one of those games where it wasn't a lot of prettiness. It was a dog fight. Now you look at the scores, 31-34, it seemed like, but it wasn't a lot of. Like, this was one of those games where it was just like body punch. And it was like a boxing match that you know is going to go the distance. It was one of those games where you're like, okay, but they do this, they do that. They do this, they do that. It was like a game that, it was a character building game. If you're a Raven fan, after this game, you go, okay. I know we can slug it out with anybody, right? Don't get it twisted. The Minnesota Vikings, even though they're on a 2-game losing streak right now, they're not a pushover. They got talent. You look at Dalvin Cook, he's one of the best. You look at Jefferson, you look at Thielen. These are some legit guys, man. So for the Ravens, coming into this game, I was like, I want to see how they play. I want to see they bounce back. I want to see how they respond. Because you could come off, you lost. You didn't go into your bye week right, Could have been a little sluggish. And then you get into a game like this where, this is the thing. Motivation, eventually, motivation wears off during the game. Like at the beginning of the game, everybody jumping up and down. Woo, let's go. And then, all that settles, and you got to get out there and play. But that motivation's good. But then when you start getting in there, slugging it out, all of a sudden it comes down to mano a mano. It's not about the actual the motivation. You just got to go out, believe you can win. Know, as long as you got Lamar Jackson, I tried to abbreviate that, but I couldn't get it out. Lamar Jackson back there. That guy gives you a chance to win in every single game. It's rarely you find a game you're like, ooh, Lamar Jackson couldn't even fix this. just think that the Ravens, this ain't a pretty one. This ain't one that you're going to go, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah. But if you're a true Raven fan, you're going to look at this game and go, we needed that. The Ravens needed that. They needed a drug-out game. They needed one of those games that you had every opportunity to bend, fold, and pack up and go home. You had every opportunity, but you didn't. You kept going. You kept pushing. You kept fighting. You kept trying. When they respond, you respond. They respond, you respond. You need one of those games because you played a desperate Minnesota team today. You played a team desperate to get a win because they wanted to say last week lost to the Cowboys backup quarterback is not who they are. You played a team that felt like they needed a win bad. And you come in 5-2. You come in, still pretty. Even though you had that loss, still feeling pretty good. A win against the Ravens for the Minnesota Vikings mean way much than it did for the Ravens to win, because they want to show that they're among the elite. And every single thing they threw at the Ravens was able to hold that. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. This wasn't a pretty one. This one went into overtime. This had some miscues. This had some mistakes. This was a sluggish game. But this is a game you have to win because you can only go up. If you can get in the trenches and get down and dirty like that, you can only go up from there. Right? You can only go up from there. I love it, man. I love it. I think the Baltimore Ravens get back to winning. And let me say this. You'll look at the throwing numbers, you'll go, oh, okay. 27-41, 266 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he did have 2 interceptions, 88 rating. But if you want to tell me there's a player in the NFL that's more valuable to his team than Lamar Jackson is to the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to tell you full of straight up. If you think there's a player in the NFL that's more valuable to their team than Lamar is to the Baltimore Ravens, and not only that, but they're never out of a game because they got that guy. That's why he need to be mentioned and held up with the elite. With the elite. He need to be mentioned in the names of the elite quarterbacks consistently. Because not only can he beat you with his legs, he can beat you with his arm, but he also instills a certain level of confidence in the team that, you know what? We got Lamar. We can pull this thing off. So anyway, with that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Congratulations to Raven Nation, Raven Flock. You got your one. You got a good one. This is exactly what you needed.